Peace and love, peace and love. How y'all feeling? Hope everybody is well today. I hopped on. I'm on my way to church. Right? But I was like, this morning, I woke up. This is the second Sunday in a row that I have waking up at like 5 a.m., 4 and 5 a.m. It was like 4-ish, 4 something, near 5. But 2 Sundays in a row, I've gotten up at that time and just been up. And I don't think anything is like unimportant. Well, I ain't gonna say that. There are some things that are definitely not important, but I think there's something behind the fact that I've been up at this time 2 Sundays in a row. And like when I'm up like that, like I'm up, like I'm fully awake. And I guess I should say both Saturdays prior were Saturdays where I like falling asleep, you know, be knocked out or something like that. So like, I wake up from falling asleep early on Saturday, and it's like 4 or something in the morning. So I'm just like, all right, I'm up. It's not a thing where you just like sleepy to go back to sleep. It's like I'm up. I done slept all day yesterday and night, so like now I'm up. So that's how it's been the past 2 Sunday mornings for me, just been up. But like, so last Sunday, I decided to work on some music. So I did that. I worked on some music. You know, this Sunday, I listened to some music. And I also like listened to some messages, some things to get me like, you know, going for today. So this morning I listened to the songs that we're about to play today. So like I was just kind of refreshing my mind, my memory on the songs and just the bills. And, it's like I have been more in that space lately, like me playing the keys, me being on the keys. I've actually been trying to film, and I do have some footage. Like I actually have some footage now. I remember to actually film, but the sound quality isn't as great as I would like it. So I'm working on some tools that will allow me to video and record like high quality audio so that I can start posting some of those. But I've been more in that space lately of like playing keys and just really stretching myself a little bit more, like. But that's kind of wow. That's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. That heat really working. It's kind of what I wanted to talk about today, though, because like I was just thinking about it this morning as I was up. And like I say, last Sunday morning I got up and I just went and played keys and just worked out on the keys. This Sunday it was more of me kind of just sitting and thinking about it and listening to music, listening to messages, and I was just like drifting into thought, trying to understand my thoughts for today, you know, not even yet trying to figure out why I've gotten up so early these past 2 Sundays. I wasn't even on that thought yet. Like, I was just deep into thought and just thinking about, you know, some things that I can do next. I saw some ideas for DYIG. I saw some ideas for a lot of things. Like, I want to say them all, but like, it was just like idea, and then it's like seeing what I need to do, seeing how it's gonna work, like that would play out, and then another one would just come start over, and then you can do this, and then, you know, and then you can do this. And it was just like, you know, and I wouldn't say they were moving that fast. Like, it wasn't like 5 minutes and then on to the next thought. You know, it was like I was in tune to what I was in tune to what I was listening to, but my mind just kept going to seeing little visions of, you know, all right, so step one of this thing is you can do this, you're probably gonna need to call these people this week and do that. But I'm still listening to the video, and it's like, there's a whole nother thing going on back here, like the vision, you know, and but I'm trying to, like, I want to stay in tune to what I'm listening to, because I'm really, there's some good stuff, you know, that I'm hearing. But it's like at the same time, back here is these processes are taking place and seeing these things unfolding. So, I mean, but I believe this week, you know, has a lot of opportunity in it if I follow through with the things that I saw to do this week, you know. So that brings me to what it started making me think about, like all these thoughts. And it brought me to this. And I'm I grew up, I was into sports, so I've always had an interest in keeping score. And sometimes that has been good for me, sometimes it hasn't been so good for me, because I'm always keeping score. I'm very competitive. Excuse me. So it ties into, like, understanding sports and understanding what's going on right now in the world. And it's watching sports. Each player on a team in team sports has a responsibility, you know, and we call it a role, or we call it a position. You know, you play your position, and if you play your position, and you play your position, and you play your position, and everybody plays their position well, then, you know, we should be victorious. We should be able to win if everybody plays their position. And in order for you to play your position, though, you gotta be in position. You gotta get in your position first, and then you can play your position. But you gotta get into position first. And that thing started working on me this morning, like just understanding the time right now, and, you know, what my role may have been, or what I used to do, the position that I used to play, or knowledge of certain positions that I used to play. It's time right now for me to understand the position that I need to play right now, because it's a different time. But in order for me to play that position, is that a key? In order for me to play that position, I gotta get in position. That thing just had me thinking heavy this morning, yo. Like, in order for me to play my position, I have to first get into position. In order for you to play your position, you have to first get into position. Are you in position? Are you in position to play your position? Because some of us not in position. And if you're not in position, there's no way you can play your position. Because if you out of position, you're not in your position, there's a possibility you standing in my position. Or if I'm not in position, I might be standing in your position. And then neither one of us can play our position if we're not in position. That's what was like making me think about the two Sundays kind of put together when I started thinking about this morning and all the ideas that I had and all the ideas and visions and things that I could be doing this morning, like, cause this is what, 9 o'clock now. It was daylight savings too, so you know, I guess I got an extra hour of sleep. But getting up at 4 something is 9 something now. Like, man, I've been up for like 5 hours just with ideas, nonstop. And it was even challenging starting this video because even I wanted to speak about it, but I was still in the midst. I'm still right now dealing and receiving visions as I'm talking to you. So I apologize. I know I'm talking kind of in gaps, but it's because I'm still actually piecing these things together right now. It's been so many ideas, but all of that had me thinking about how much or how many ideas have just come today that it made me think to last Sunday, although I wasn't just sitting and focused on the ideas because I was playing the piano. But as I look back on it and think on it, I was thinking of new ideas in my playing. I was doing new things in my playing last Sunday. And not only that, while I was doing new things in my playing, I was still thinking of ideas to do last week. But not even realizing that that's what happened, and that was the time that I received those ideas because I wasn't locked in on it last Sunday. Last Sunday I was playing. So I wasn't really thinking to myself and understanding that this was happening because I didn't know it was happening. So it wasn't until this Sunday morning that I'm up around the same time and I'm up again the same way. But today I'm not going to get on the piano. Instead, but I did play the piano this morning just for a few minutes though. It was just like real quick. But this morning I was more so into my thoughts than into my playing. So I was thinking of all these ideas this morning, but like I say, just thinking about it all, it just put me in this place of thought. And then I remembered last Sunday. I thought about last Sunday, and it brought me to the understanding that, man, there's 2 Sundays in a row that I've been up just with tons of ideas. So then I began to try to understand why though. Like, what's different now? Is my position changing? And but I thought about it, and yeah, my position is changing. I know that my position is changing. It's obvious that my position is changing. I guess if you know me. So now that my position is changing, I've been having to understand what my position is at this time and what my role is at this time and what I need to be doing in order to play my position well. So some things are going to be different in this time than they were before, Things are going to be different as far as what I'm doing, or what I need to be doing for my next understanding, my next you know, thing. But yeah, I may have lost some of y'all with that. I don't know. I think y'all be grabbing it. I think y'all be getting a good understanding. So I think y'all can handle it. I believe y'all can handle it. I didn't go like too deep with that. I feel like I stayed pretty much was that too deep? I don't think it was that deep. But if it was too deep, then I would just say keep watching these. Go back and watch some of the old ones and see if that helps kind of tie it in for you. And just keep learning things yourself. Keep studying and seeking to understand that which you do not understand. But we gotta get into position. Like now is that time. I don't know what you've been doing. I don't know what you've been up to. But if you're not in position, then you're not gonna be able to play your position. And then that puts you in opposition. You gotta play your position. You gotta play your position. I can't play your position. You can't play my position. You gotta play your position. And I gotta play my position. And we have to play our positions well in order for us to have the victory. So make sure you understand what your position is. And if you don't know what your position is, then maybe it's time that you be still. And you need to get some clarity and some understanding. You need to understand what your position is at this time, or you're going to be lost. I don't want anybody lost. Not when we have opportunity, not when we have time, not when we have knowledge to change and we choose not to. That's a choice. But right now you can choose. You can choose to say, I want to understand my position. I want to understand my purpose. I want to understand why these sirens going off. I want to understand my position. I want to play my position, and I want to play my position well. I'm early, man. I might go get something to snack on or something like that. I'm super early. We might can keep on talking. But yeah, like I'm understanding that we all have a position to play, and that position may change, and some of us have more than one position that we play. But you need to understand what position you need to be playing at this very time, at this very moment. What position do you need to play in this hour, at this time? Come on. What you doing? Okay, you gonna wait it out. All right, brother. So you need to understand what is the position that you need to play at this very moment, at this time. It's what is it? Early November of 2021. What do you need to be doing now? Time has changed. Today is the daylight savings time change day. The time has changed, and it's possible that your position has now changed. And you need to know what position you need to be playing right now so that you can play your position and you can play your position well. So hopefully that simplified it. I thought I was about to have to end it because I was at the church, but I didn't realize how early I was. I'm I'm very early. I was about 15 minutes early. Now hopefully I can still be early because I have left. But y'all, we gotta play our position. Know your position though. And it does sometimes take time to understand your position, but if you looking for it, if you seeking it, if you searching to find, if you wanting to know, you wanting to understand, you really want to know what you need to do in this time, those answers can come to you. Those answers can be brought to you. Those answers will be given to you if you're seeking them. So y'all just keep seeking, keep looking within yourself. Man, I want to explain that deeper one day, but like, man, there's some power out here. There's some power within you because of how you were created. And you gotta tap into that thing so you can have that power. But you gotta choose. You had to make a choice. Choose it. Now you need to understand your path, understand your purpose, understand your position. Play your position so you can have victory, so you can be free. Peace and love.